And this
in
will be the
general.
test to see which of those are going to be really
If
serious
you're really dedicated to it, then
about
you put some time into some test prep and
because that
study
Robinhood
for this thing and go
was,
for it.
you know, not the actual event, but like the whole app in of itself, in my mind, is just again one of those things where it's like, why are you a thing? Because you're either going to lure in inexperienced investors who don't know what they're doing, so they're going to go into this not really knowing, just I'm going to drop $500 in here and I'm going to invest in some Apple and hope for the best. And then an event like what happened, a couple months ago happens. I really don't want to make reference to it if I can't, but that happens, and then all of a sudden, people are like, oh, I'm a savvy investor, and but other people lost literally everything in like the span of a day. This is one of those things, this exam and being able to take it is one of those things which shows who's really serious about learning about being an investor, who's really serious about their investments, and wanting to take control of it. Because, guys, it will never be as easy as downloading an app and tapping on whatever, and then, all of a sudden you've got, like, stocks going. It should never be that easy, and it's not. And this is one of those things I really feel is important because, like, I personally was shook by that because it's like, how many... Dogecoin and all those things, and this is why TokenRookie is a thing. When these fortunes are made and lost as quickly as they are, me just being, the guy that I am, I wonder how the hell did this happen, and why is it so easy? And it shouldn't be that easy. It can't be that easy. Let me find out if it's that easy. And that's kind of where I came along with the Series 65 thing and said, yeah, that's the perfect test for me, man. Like, let me see if it's going to be as difficult as, it should be, or is this something that, a guy with his bachelor's who was a former police officer, works for his best friend, like type of thing. Can that guy just go in there and take this exam and pass it? So, really excited about that. And, back to Robinhood, just me feeling bad for those people who, again, like you're trying your best, you're scraping by, maybe you make a couple extra $100 a check and you're thinking, well, it's better for me to invest it through this thing versus like, let me put it in a savings account, which won't really net me much of a percentage. Well, way less than you think, folks, anyway. So you say, let me just put it in Robinhood and let me buy some stocks. And then, you read something on the news about AMC and Nokia and BlackBerry and the penny stocks, and then all of a sudden you think you're making a huge fortune, and maybe for a little bit it looks that way because you're looking at an app, but the facts remain that no, first of all, it takes up to 2 weeks for these things to become official. So whatever you think you made in that one day, no, you didn't make it in that one day. And if I'm breaking news to you, I'm sorry, but maybe get rid of the app or really try to get into it and really try to learn something and like focus on podcasts like these, because it'll really save you a lot of money and a lot of heartache later, because again, you think you're making something and in the end you really, really may not be.
Yeah, bro, I agree. It was some crazy crap with all of that, and
just another weird event that happened in our American history.
Yeah, and it's one of those where what I want out of this podcast and just like my work in general is just like educate people on this stuff, man, to help people understand what it is that they're getting into and to expand it out in a reasonable and safe way as well.
And I'm with you, man. Like, I love serving the public, obviously. You love protecting people. I do, this is one of those things where I could definitely get on board with, because it just levels out the playing field and make things more fair. And if this is the way you're going to absorb that knowledge, then fine, but at least you're getting it. And if we're able to help a couple people, save a couple bucks, help a couple people learn about themselves, I'm good with that. Yeah, exactly. Totally.